Soccer Mom season.
I'm bringing you some powerful insights on why we shouldn't care so much about what others think. Let's kick things off by addressing a common fantasy we all have, that perfect state of mind where we don't give a damn about anyone's opinion, and we're untouchable. However, reality hits and we find ourselves back to square one, wondering why we care so much about what others think. So I'm here to break it down and help you stop giving a damn about other people's opinions. First off, let's face it, we're all human beings, and caring about what others think is part of what makes us good people. But when it comes down to it, what we should be asking ourselves is how to manage what others think better. The truth is, humans are social creatures, and we've evolved to depend on one another. This means that social rejection feels devastating because it's wired into our brains. But the fantastic thing about modern life is that we can choose our tribe, the people we seek validation from. The problem with most people is that they surround themselves with petty, selfish individuals, and they crave validation from the wrong crowd. So the key is to find better people who respect and support you for who you are. Now I know what you're thinking. It's easier said than done. But here's a harsh truth. If you care too much about what others think, it's probably because you don't have something more important to care about. Let me illustrate this with an example. Imagine a child trapped in a burning building, and you're the only person aware of it. You don't care about the opinions of the bystanders as you run into the building to save the child. That's because saving a life is more important than the opinions of those around you. The same principle applies to everyday life. When you have something worth fighting for, something worth being ridiculed for, that's when you stop caring about others' opinions. And ironically, that's when people start respecting you. When we care too much about what others think of us, several negative consequences can arise that can impact our well-being and personal growth. Loss of self-esteem. Constantly seeking approval from others can lead to a decline in self-esteem as we begin to rely on external validation to feel good about ourselves rather than cultivating an inner sense of self-worth. Suppressed authentic self. When we focus on pleasing others, we often suppress our true selves, hiding our feelings, opinions, and desires in fear of being judged or rejected. This can prevent us from forming genuine connections and hinder our personal growth. Increased stress and anxiety. Being overly concerned with others' opinions can lead to increased stress and anxiety levels, as we may constantly worry about how we are being perceived and fear negative judgment. Decision paralysis. Caring too much about what others think can make decision-making difficult, as we may be afraid of making choices that others might disapprove of. This can result in indecision and missed opportunities. Damaged relationships. When we prioritize other people's opinions over our own needs and values, it can lead to strained relationships, as we may come across as inauthentic or overly compliant. Hindered personal growth. Focusing on what others think of us can prevent us from taking risks, trying new things, and embracing personal growth opportunities. We may avoid situations where we could potentially face criticism or rejection, limiting our experiences and development. To combat these negative effects, it's important to strike a balance between considering others' opinions and staying true to ourselves. By developing a strong sense of self-worth and focusing on what truly matters to us, we can become more resilient to external judgments and lead a more authentic, fulfilling life. To become that strong, masculine, and confident individual who doesn't care about others' opinions, you need to find something more important to care about, something worth fighting for. Share in the comments below what's so important in your life that you're willing to face ridicule for it. If you're struggling to answer that, maybe that's the problem you need to address.